In case you haven't already heard, there's a ton of new features coming to the World of Warcraft in the newest expansion, Midnight. Whether it's the new meta of chasing every collectible possible for player housing, learning the new dungeons, delves, and raids, or just trying to figure out what sweet new battle pets there are, one thing is for certain: there's plenty to look forward to. But ever since I started playing Legion Remix, the biggest feature I've come to fall in love with, and for some reason nobody is talking about, is the new Heroic World tier mode. What's up guys, thank you for tuning in. My name is Philip Price, and in today's Gaming Guide Done Quick, we're talking about World of Warcraft's new Heroic World mode, how it's changing the game, and why you should jump into Legion Remix now to see if it's right for you. If you guys find this video or any of my videos helpful, or if you just love seeing new World of Warcraft content, please make sure to like, share, and subscribe. Doing so really helps the channel to grow. At the very least, drop an emoji in the comments because engagement matters. Let me start by saying, I've been playing World of Warcraft since vanilla, but I've never really been a tryhard. Sure, I dip my toes into raids, and would even get as high as Mythic 4s or 5s, but I've never been world first or anything like that. I am now, and have always been, what the kids these days call a casual, and I'm okay with that. I just like enjoying the game I'm spending $15 a month to play. But over the past few expansions, a trend has been emerging. I'll get the new expansion, hop on week 1 and plow through the campaign, and most of the quests within the first week or two, run a few dungeons, get geared up for mythics, and then quit until the next season rolls around. I may stick around and jump into looking for raid to complete the campaign and see the full story, but that would be it until next season. Then, lather, rinse, repeat for Season 2 and Season 3 until the next expansion rolls around. More often than not, I wouldn't even finish the story because it was locked up behind a raid, so I would just be confused until I looked up the raid story. Then came follower dungeons and follower raids. Great! Now I can see the story I've been missing. But follower mode introduced a new problem, one that I hadn't even noticed crept into the main game in questing. The game had become too easy. Sure, Blizzard has always tried to keep things tough by adding new mechanics like affixes and higher key mythics, but outside of raids and dungeons, I was one-shotting everything. The game had gotten boring. Everything single player was just too easy. And then Legion Remix launched. I hopped in, started destroying stuff like usual, and decided to throw it on Heroic World tier, and I got my face stomped in. I went from being used to taking on 20 mobs at once to totally getting destroyed by just 3. It was a challenge again. The habits I had developed over the years were getting me killed constantly now. Instead of flying directly to the mob I needed to kill and landing on him, I now have to scout the area, look for a safe place to land, and plan my approach. I have to pay attention to where the empowered mobs are, what they're empowered with, and pull them individually to avoid getting killed, because I know these guys with the green empowerment can summon up to 3 demons, and between the 4 of them, they could drop me, let alone if a roaming pack comes along with another empowered mob. The world is dangerous again, and I love it. It's forcing me to actually play my class to avoid death. I also love the fact that I can turn Heroic World mode off at any point in time. So if I'm having a particularly tough time clearing a quest or downing a quest boss, or if I'm just pressed for time, I can switch to easy mode and just plow through. The one thing I don't like is the fact that you have to go all the way back to the hub area, the Infinite Bazaar in Legion Remix, to turn it back on again. I mean, I know in Legion Remix you have Nostin's vouchers to make the trip easy, but I'm concerned about how this is going to work in Midnight. If you haven't jumped into Legion Remix, I highly recommend doing so, if for no other reason than to experience Heroic World mode. Just create a character with a class you love and give it a go. I promise you won't regret it. And that's it. If you have been playing Legion Remix, what are you enjoying the most in it? What are your thoughts on Heroic World mode? Let me know in the comments below, and until next time, stay safe, stay blessed, and stay tuned. to gaming guides done quick.